light every corner.
Mayegun don come,
Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power. Over naira, still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Mayegun don come. So my people make you loud down.
Mayegun don come,
My people make we shout out.
Mayegun don come,
Mayegun don come, man of the masses.
Mayegun don come,
Mayegun diary political.
Mayegun don come,
This one not they off in mind.
Mayegun don come,
Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you loud.
Mayegun don come,
My people make you shout.
Mayegun don come,
Mayegun don't come, man of the masses. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Mayegun làwa
To
mọ̀.
you, good morning to you, good afternoon to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun live.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í kó níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun.
Thank you for joining me from wherever you are watching from. Take a moment and share the broadcasts.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Mayegun diary, diary political.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun
Do you know that if you are a supporter and promoter of APC, Egbekegbe, or yours is for Tinubu, and if you don't know, maybe I should tell you, what you are practically doing, right, is fraudulent. You know why? Number one, you probably agreed that APC, Egbekegbe, have destroyed Nigeria beyond what they told you they would do. I'm talking to you, you as a member of a supporter of Tinubu and others, like ordinarily. So today, you will see the Lagos Abobakus. They are doing their best to try and separate Tinubu from Bokwari. Meanwhile, everything still exists within APC, Egbekegbe. Therefore, they are now claiming that they want to come and rescue Nigeria. I mean, is that not a joke? Let me share this broadcast.
And yes, right. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. And yes, right. Presido bá rúfin o. And yes, right.
On the other hand, the opposition, including Tinubu himself, they had to, over this week, they had to take the destinies of all of you, rooting for them. They had to bring everything down to the UK, where Were Wike became the beautiful bride. Tifnumbu people came, they met with Wike, they made their offer known to him, and he told them, I'll get back to you. The next stopover was that of a surprise stopover from Obasanjo. They came with their offer too to Were Wike. The last person to come was Atiku. He was on queue, waiting for Wike. All of them came to the UK to discuss what I believe your future, Nigeria, in their hands. You can still share this broadcast because I haven't started.
Lórí Facebook, and yes, so like lórí YouTube, and yes, so like ọba bá gbé wúrẹ́, and yes, so like ijó ìgbádìyẹ, and yes, so like Presido bá rúfin o, and yes, so like.
We will take it one after the other. Okay. First, let's take it from Wike's side. You know, the genesis of PDP problem was because of what the northern Nigeria or political class considered as an aberration, an unforgivable sin for them to get played by Obasanjo in 2007, when majority of them would prefer a different person to succeed Obasanjo than Yaradua, a sickly governor at the time. Now, it was like a trap when Yaradua died, yeah, which ordinarily, according to them, in PDP, after Obasanjo, the people who brought Obasanjo out of prison, who made him the president, they said they had an agreement. The power will come back to the north. Until Obasanjo decided I wanted a third term, the beginning of the end of PDP. Power was right. And guess who was the active player at the time too? Atiku. He wanted to succeed Obasanjo. Obasanjo didn't want him to succeed him. Obasanjo was like so worried for the future of Nigeria with a president like Atiku. Whatever happened between them, whatever it is, the danger, it didn't go down well. Obasanjo shortchanged them, hoping that Yaradua would die before the election. He didn't die until maybe 3 years after. Now, that truncated the agreement. And that was this beginning of what PDP is today. Politically, power-hungry rogues for themselves, not for anyone, by the way. Fast forward this whole thing down to 2015. Atiku, and with his clout and everything in PDP, after they told Goodluck Jonathan not to contest, and he called their bluff. So what happened? It was a massive exodus. Why? Because power had to return back to the north. So it was like a very easy sell. That was what brought together strange bedfellows that eventually gave birth to APC. Egbekegbe. How many governors left PDP at the time? 8? 9? I don't know. How many senators, reps? How many of them followed Atiku? Because the power must return back to northern Nigeria. It doesn't matter the political party. So they gave birth to APC. Bokuwari became the president. Fast forward again to 2019. Atiku had one sellable lie that was, that it was able to sell to the southern Nigeria who have always been there to validate the fraud. You know what he did? He said, since Bokwari is doing just 4 years yet, if Atiku wins 2019 election, it will only do 4 years to complete 4 years of Bokwari, and the North would have served 8 years that they have been fighting for since 2007. Atiku lost. Well, whatever happened, he lost. But he was able to get more kind of sympathy votes from southern Nigeria by bringing in an Igbo man, Peter Obi. Now, this was 2019 after Atiku returned back to PDP, the carcass of what they left in 2015, right? Now, he didn't win, that passed. Bokwari is completing the 8th years of the northern Nigeria, talking about equity, fairness, justice, and all that, right? Something that started the end of a PDP in the first place. But Atiku, who left Nigeria since 2019 and he's been living in Dubai, just same way he's been living in Dubai since 2015. He came home to come and be your president. When he didn't work, he went back to his place, his base. Now he returned back again. But here is where they played Wike. Somehow, yeah, people like Wike and the rest of others who are also ambitious, right? They continue to spend money. They continue, in his own way, continue to shape PDP to what he felt he would later come back to use. I mean, the northern president in APC would be done by then, right? The desperados who destroyed PDP for APC, right? They would have satisfied all of their own Jabi. But Wike was wrong. It was, in fact, it was feeding the same people that would stab him with the resources of the people that they have been looting to keep Nigeria together, and people inside it impoverished like in perpetuity. He was spending the money. He was doing everything. He was like a bulldozer in PDP. He was like in charge. When Atiku returned, then that became an issue. But the argumentative ground then was that, Bokwari is a Fulani from northern Nigeria. Atiku is a Fulani from northern Nigeria. In what world would anybody want another northerner to succeed? Bokwari, even as opposition. Wike didn't know that they were playing him. He was so sure of himself that he bulldozed every southern competitor in his own party. Bulldozed everybody out of the way. He was relying solely on the support of his friend Tambua from northern Nigeria. But the moment Atiku returned back from Dubai, even though it was the same with the Wike who sponsored more than 11 PDP states from northern Nigeria to the same PDP convention. It was the one who was like mobilized the party ESCO there, the delegates and all of them from 11 states, including Sokoto, where Tambua came from. You know what then happened? Well, you know what happened. They played him. Wike didn't take that lightly. And you all know that, Abi. So since then, he's been like announcing it to the world that he is a free agent and he will see how Atiku is going to be the president. So that simply means APC, Egbekegbe, can bid. Abi? Inside them, Wike is the last one madman in PDP that the northern political elites who left PDP in 2015 still have to deal with, because now them own Nigeria. It is theirs. They set the rule book. Nobody dictates for them. You just have to leave. And Wike now realize that. He now realizes that. Now Wike has finally closed the door completely on this the people he called the betrayers. Yeah? But behind the scene, they were also trying to say, hey, Wike could be a cancer as it is right now, except the expectation of the northern Nigeria to vote for a Muslim as when they make their clarion call, which could go in favor of Atiku, except for that, with this Peter Obi in southern Nigeria, he should forget it completely. Do you get that now? So how can he then make it through? Then maybe he should just pretend to be with a Wike's friend, right? Meanwhile, Tinubu and co, they are already making him an offer. Listen, now we dey power, okay? We know you are a thief, and we know what we could use on you. And in another 10 months, you will not be a governor again. Wherever you are, if we retain that power, we will deal with you. You know that we can do that. But we can forgive you. Forget all of that. Atiku and all of them have played you. I'm a southerner. Now, what do you want? So if anybody tells you, well, you know what happened? Wike himself now confirmed that, yeah, he met with Tinubu in London. There's no picture, there's no much, but yes, they met. And the reason why they met is because on the ground that how could a Fulani man from northern Nigeria, Boko Haram would destroy Nigeria this much, yeah? And another Fulani man talking about equity and the rest of that, one Nigeria, yeah? So he's in bed with them until Obasanjo showed up. But before I get to that of Obasanjo, you know what then happened? As they were trying to pamper him, to play along with him, yeah, other people within the camp of Atiku, they are also what? They are also losing guard, making people who care to listen to know that they will deal with Wike. That the first part is what he's just saying right now. Like his own case will be worse than Okorocha, what APC, Egbekegbe did to Okorocha. So Wike knew that, and that's why he said, let's see how you're going to be that president. The last person that made another fire at Wike, you know, is Sule Lamido. Now, Sule Lamido, who happened to be another Obasanjo's 2G that could have been a president if everything worked according to Obasanjo's plan, but didn't, said they have a way they are going to deal with Wike, right? That people should stop massaging his ego. There's nobody right now in Nigeria that is doing anti-party better than, worse than Wike. And it's true. They can see him meeting with all of those who are likely going to what? Make him the deal that he's never going to reject. But nevertheless, Wike returned back to Nigeria. When he got back in, he had this to say, just for the starter.
In the existence of this country, some people who are just interested in their own, some people who only know how to produce their own children as governors or members of National Assembly. It is unfortunate that the country where a man finishes to be a governor. Now what the man does again, how his own son will be a governor. And this is what has been part of the crisis we're having. You know, it's unfortunate. And these are the kind of people who say they are leaders of this country. What example are they showing as leaders of the country? What are they showing? The leadership is not about you. Leadership is not about you and your family. Leadership is about everybody. Somebody finishes 8 years as governor. Somebody bringing his own son to be governor. Bringing his own son to go to the National Assembly. It is only in this part of the world that you can see that. Oh, we're talking about poverty everywhere. And these are people who do not mean well for Nigeria. Nigeria cannot move except they think that it will be them. That's why we are. See, this is a country where someone with a primary school certificate can become a Minister of Foreign Affairs. It's on primary school certificate becoming a Minister of Foreign Affairs. That tells you how bad this country has gone. But we believe that with the new thing going on, it will be a thing of the past, no amount of insult, no amount of blackmail will deter us from doing the right thing. So we are opposed for it, and we won't go back. Thank you.
Thanks for checking out Symphony on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe and like our video.
Yeah. Thanks, Symphony. Right. That's with a wiki throwing a jibe at Sule Lamido. You know the quota system that brought Nigeria to our knees. The one that, including illiterates, the people who have no idea of anything, being appointed into vital positions in Nigeria federal government, which has now contributed to what we have today, a backward, poor, third world or fourth world country. Now, you see, there's no love lost between them to start with, okay? You know, they say in politics, in Nigeria politics, so there is no permanent friend, there is no permanent enemy, only permanent interests. But you see, when you use this phrase to describe politics, as politicians have told you, what you are saying is that you are comfortable, right? That politicians who have no value, they have no ideology, they have no nothing, okay? What they really have is their own personal, greedy and selfish interest against the interest of millions of people, which is so obvious today in Nigeria. So their interest is not your interest, okay? And therefore, that's why it's so easy for them, right, to mingle with the same characters that they will order you to shoot and kill for. I mean, kill for them in defense, so to say, because they have no real interest of yours at that. So when they say it's about interest, I say, whose interest? Whose interest is it? I mean, is it? Whose interest would you say when they say no permanent friend, no permanent enemy, only permanent interest? What is that interest? The interest of looting and then a continuous impoverishing of the people of Nigeria, as we have seen today. Anyway, like I said, they met in London. You see, Obasanjo, you know, Obasanjo is the brain behind third force, apart from the obedience, right, who are mostly the Sorosokes. Let us be honest with ourselves, okay? The Sorosokes are the young Nigerians who are mostly Southerners, who have understood the rot that Nigeria has become under the APC, Egbekegbe. In fact, because of the act of terrorism, corruption, and many other things that have contributed to what Nigeria is currently going through today, this has woken up many, many people to begin to ask questions. The one that led to a national protest 2 years ago, remember? However, some said, among other politicians in Nigeria, somehow Peter Obi, caught the attention of these young, angry Nigerians, Abi, mostly, like I said again, Southerners who have shown, as we have seen, right? Now, you see, people like Obasanjo and co. If you remember in 2015, when they gang up against Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, right, was at his highest, Obasanjo, among other people like him, who love to study where the pendulum will swing or could swing, and then position themselves as intermediaries so that when the ceilings comes crashing, they will likely not really be, affected either way. So as we see it today, it's almost the same as it was in 2015, when suddenly Obasanjo and Buhari and Tinubu, they became friends, right? Well, Peter Obi has the backing of Obasanjo. It was Obasanjo who went to northern Nigeria, right, to mingle and talk with their ashes and adest and then whatever clerics and all of them there, to allow a northerner to accept Obi's vice presidentship, what did they call her? Candidacy. Abi? So now Obasanjo, in fact, one of the Northern Elders Forum member was even mocking Obasanjo on social media, on TV. He said, Obasanjo is going from house to house, trying to tell them that Peter Obi is good. Peter Obi is going to be this or that. Peter Obi is not going to break up Nigeria. Peter Obi, blah, that immediately Obasanjo leaves all the palaces of their emirs, that they will just call themselves and laugh at him, that nobody is listening to Obasanjo. But it's like a week after that, almost suddenly, then give Obi deputy. And since then, somehow, they have managed to make it look real in northern Nigeria, that there are people who actually who want a better Nigeria, like some of you in southern Nigeria are doing, Abi. So Obasanjo just showed up in London. Now, here is something that we should try to get here, okay? Their primaries is over, okay? It is now negotiation time. Areas where they are going to perpetuate their riggings and for who, and what is going to be the cost, the power sharing, and every other thing that is going to go into it. Many meetings like this are not held in Nigeria. Like I've told you many times, Nigeria is just like a graveyard. Graveyard where vultures, like a war zone. Let's use that. Nigeria is like a war zone where vultures, right, travel down to, or they do their best to visit regularly because they are very sure that they will find dead bodies to feed on, the carcass of the people. Yes, that is what Nigeria looks like, or Nigeria is to your political elite. When they want to have what they call important political discussion, they will travel to Saudi Arabia. Some of them will travel to Jerusalem, and others, they will just take a pleasure in coming to the UK, America, and every other places that they could feel comfortable, away from all of your madness in Nigeria. They call it cooling off their head. What are they cooling off? They come here to perfect plans on how to share your destiny, share your future. It has always been the case. They come to this place. I've been waiting Wike they do for a year. The last time, Wike, Sheyi Makinde, who else was there? I think it was Autumn as well. I'm not sure. They were in Turkey. From Turkey to Paris. From Paris back to Nigeria. From Nigeria again, back to London. And since then, everyone has been coming to London. First, it was Tinubu. Second, it was Peter Obi. So they said Peter Obi was transiting. So Obasanjo had to take him to Wike. I don't know what they discussed other than, this is your brother. What are you doing about him? You know what I mean? Whatever. And they took pictures, as you can see. They were there. Atiku too. They were like, Atiku, you need to go and see this guy. He's in London. And we have been told that Tinubu is there and they've already considered the River State to him. The agreement to, listen, from every rumor, there is always a hater of truth. No, they call everything rumor. From what they said Tinubu is making, offer they are making, is that they need just 2 states or 25% of the votes in the Niger Delta states. They don't need to win. They don't want to win anything. Okay? Just 25%. Therefore, anybody who could make that happen is their man. And in this case, it be like saying a Wike fit do am. So Atiku knows that as it stands, if the Niger Delta vote is not available, if the Biafra vote is not available, and it's as it can't be so, let's say Yoruba vote is not going to be available, Southwest vote is not going to be available too. All shared, Abi. So where else is he going to look up to? He had to fly to London, and he took his party chairman with him. To go and do what? To go and beg Wike. Abi waiting. Omo, can't see people that are now called the Meccano boys. You know the Meccano boys? Meccano boys are Atiku boys. Because after they received the news that Tinubu has met Wike, they were not happy. But when they saw their Lord and Savior Atiku, unifier, they were so happy. But when they saw this picture, Omo, deal, don't deal. Dinner, you see Fayoshe? That's Fayoshe there. Now there, everybody did. They try to. And Fayoshe is Tinubu's agent. I don't know if any of you know that too. I shouldn't be the first person to tell you. Abi, Fayoshe is for Tinubu. Is holding the ace in getting the PDP from either the southeast, and southwest to bend down for Tinubu. You know that, Abi. But you see, when the Meccano boys saw this picture, when they saw this picture, they were so happy that finally Wike is coming back to work for them. Baba, that was when Wike got to Nigeria. That's when he said, look at all this is. Somebody with a primary school certificate. Primary school is the Minister of Foreign Affairs. Why wouldn't they be talking? Because in northern Nigeria, let us tell ourselves the truth. You see these political criminals from northern Nigeria, the most lucrative, the only job they have in northern Nigeria right now, apart from terrorism, kidnapping, is politics. So politics used to be number one. But with the lucrative business that terrorism has now brought upon Nigeria, it seems to be taking number one now. So when you see father, you will see mother, you will see children. As said, father is the governor, the children will be senators, will be House of Rep members, the wife will be senator, and like that, that's how they run things over there. Cousins, distance cousin, nephew, this and that, because it's the career there. And you know those who have the same thing in Yoruba land. You know him now, the Alimajiri, the landlord of Lagos, Tinubu. Abi? But that's not what I'm coming to. Lamido and the rest felt like, who is Wike? If no be say we misfire. Who is Wike? Ordinary this one, Abi. Stop massaging his ego. We'll go for the, But there is other surprises. There's something I said on this platform many times. I said, I personally, I have made my own personal position, or our collective position, especially on my Egun's Diary Political, known that if Nigeria was a country, with the level of division that we have witnessed in Nigeria, with the state of affairs of Nigeria today, every part of Nigeria will be demanding that either referendum or a new constitution debate should be included in the ballot. It is only in Nigeria that when you do election, what you always go for, what the politicians always come to tell you is how they are going to build electricity for you, how they are going to build roads, how they are going to give you free health care, how they are going to give you free education, how they are going to create jobs, but that they are going to create jobs, but they won't tell you how they are going to do that. All talks. There is no real value, no real issue in your elections. It is just about promise and promise and promise. So therefore, if Nigeria was a real place, with this level of a division, with this level of problems that we're witnessing today, including this level of insecurity, constitutional wahala that made it impossible for people to protect themselves and defend themselves against invaders, all those things would have been included in your ballots. And there will be people campaigning for them right now. Yes. But because you are not a real place. So people like us have chosen to watch you, eat yourselves, feed yourselves. The leftovers of your carcass when you kill or do whatever you do to yourselves in the name of election, as you call it, Abi, maybe some of you would then learn the lesson that you should have learned easily if you avoid all this. Then I also said it on this platform. I said, if to say there is no this obedient movement where we can see the rage, anger, fake news, bully, anything, trolling, everything that we are witnessing today, counter for counter, fire for fire, as you are seeing today, we would have been left today with Atiku, Tinubu, APC, PDP. If you talk anyhow, they will say, my brother, you self, go and contest for this, go and run for that. If you know, go and start your own party. Since we know that we will never be part of that charade, Abi, so how much fun is it? I don't know about you. For me, it is so much fun to see the meltdown of PDP, APC on Mayegun's Diary Political when I share the videos, the pictures, or things about the obedient. I love to see their meltdown. In fact, you want to know what? I also love to see the meltdown of the pretenders on this platform who have always said, Yoruba nation or nothing. But they are always offended. Once Mayegun start talking about Tinubu, Mayegun, why are you not talking about other people too? Mayegun, why is it just Tinubu? I say, Baba, why are you angry? Are you not for Yoruba nation? Why? Tinubu is a Yoruba man. We should all know. Pretender. Oje your mask, yeah. Yoruba nation láàárọ̀, ẹ̀yin ló kọ̀ lọ́sàn-án, ẹ̀yin onírọ̀ jati, onírọ̀ boto. So I love to see your meltdown on Mayegun's Diary Political. You know what is their meltdown? Well, I always thought this Mayegun is for Yoruba nation, sha. I don't know this guy is a scam. I thought this Mayegun is supporting Yoruba. Why is he posting about Obi? Then, on the other hand, you will see others say, why this Mayegun is working for APC. I've been watching him since yesterday. I thought I love to see all your meltdown. Now, Nigeria madness, they affect many of you. I see that. You know what I stand for? You know I'm not of any use to any of you. Whether you are Obidioto, whether you are Batidioto, whether you are articulated Demorono, whoever you are, you know I'm not useful to you in any way. But I love the fact that there is a third group that can actually make many of these low-life, humbled slaves who have submitted their hope, their aspiration, their existence to people destroying people and Al-Qaeda People's Congress. So I don't think it would have been fun if there is no disobedient at the side. The ones that they said they are just on social media. And then you begin to see videos. And then you begin to see the call. They don't get PVC. They don't get I say, me, I will come to read comments. I'll be reading comments. I'll say, warishe olombi. Oloma to be loba. Humbled slaves, obedient fools, who have chosen their oppressors. Like I told you, they love their oppressors differently. So I love to torment them. Something happened today. I will share some of them with you. Back in Nigeria, the obedient are everywhere doing what they know how to do best, preparing the people who have suffocated their lives in the last 7 years. And some of them are saying, whether they win, whether they don't lose, whether they lose, as it be so, APC, Egbekegbe, people destroying people, they are now conjoined. In my life, I've never seen anything like that. They are now conjoined, and begin to warn every one of us of the obedience. obedient are warning the rest of us of APC, PDP. And on this platform, you could see a lot of drama. Yeah, because they are all dramas that if dog hits dog, one swallow another. If they carry them enter wherever they want to carry it enter, you and I can say, something is going to go down. Let's go to Rivers State, where a wicked demand they are negotiating with. Demand that is likely going to deliver South for them, either for Tifnumbu or for Atifku. It is still like negotiation time right now, as it is. None of them is interested in the progress of the regions, the people of the region, the security of the region, the economy of the region, education, healthcare, or infrastructure of the region. They will tell you they do, but they don't. At this point, it is about their interest. But when you see videos like this, sometimes it will make you feel like, say, I wish that people should enter more we see how it go be. So just to check something. River State, so they told me.
And I said that with all sense of respect before.
That's F Young. F Young, I'll come back to you. I have something I want to say about F Young anyway. But we'll come back to F Young. Okay, we saw that. We saw that earlier. That was in the morning, right? Then I think I've got another one. And that should be, where is that? I think it's this. I mean, you need to go to Mayegun's Diary Political on Facebook and read comments. It's meant to. They are saying the PDP, APC, the people who are victims of this ruined Nigeria. Are you with me? They are saying, they are consoling themselves that, what is so biggie about that? Okay, I'm still coming to that one too. I've got some mixed content here that I want to share. I wish I would have listed them like that. But here is another one.
See structure! We know they collect. We know they give. On their own. We know they take.
Okay. Here is another one.
Hey, JJ! Big! Oh, God, wait, move! Oh,
Meanwhile, there is another one. In fact, hang on. There is a moment. Tinubu people in Lagos as well. 1 million man march everywhere. 1 million man march. 1 million man march everywhere, right? I have another one, and I think it's this. Auchi Bidato. Well, obedient in Auchi. And they are also like, they have so many of such a schedule as well. To the point that as you are watching this video, they have now said that no media house in Lagos is allowed to take any advertisement publicity of Peter Obi in Lagos. Campaign never started. You have, all those things that you should be looking for, they have never started. They haven't yet. In Kaduna, Little Finger on Twitter saw the online mobilization for Obi, where the organizers were mobilizing for 1 million, what did they call 1 million man march for Obi in Kaduna. They were supposed to do their own today as well. Kaduna Little Finger replied and said, in this Kaduna, for here, 2 million or 200. Another joke, another craze. In this northern Nigeria, all right, just 2 days ago, the Kaduna State Police Commissioner, right, arrested the organizers. They said they were inviting them, warned them. Guess what they told them? For security reasons, we would not want any rally in Kaduna at all. Now, so then go on in different northern states. And this is where the moment of truth that some of you don't like. You see all this energy. Nigeria will be great in my lifetime. Nigeria will be great again. Nigeria this or that. They are wishes, right? That if only you will be allowed to participating in making that decision genuinely, yeah? Just maybe, right? It could happen. But you know you are not in any way part of the schemas. That is why you believe that you need to take your Nigeria back from who? From the characters that are also possibly going to form the body of the new one you thought, you are thinking you are creating as well. If you have learned nothing about Nigeria, I beg of you, learn and go back and read more about APC, the hope they gave. I don't think anyone can give you that such hope anymore. But you see, another beautiful thing here is this. Southerners, especially, you are investing. Number one, Nigeria is surviving because of us. This is not taking a diss at you as a northerner. I'm saying this because those who have had the opportunity of leading Nigeria in 62 years of existence, right? Majority of those years have come from the people from northern Nigeria. Yes. And if you say Nigeria is 62 years, let's put it this way, 62 years, Nigeria. Obasanjo was president for 11 years, military and civilian. Joe Lantan was president for 5 years. That's 16 years, right? Then maybe you can pick Shonekon, who spent 7 months or how many months? Maybe. Add that to it, it will be how many years? 17 years. Take 17 years out of 62 years of Nigeria. Yeah? That is the amount of time that Southerners have been in charge of Nigeria. You see that remaining 45 years plus the current one that Bokwari is using, 45 years of northern Nigerian rule. Shebi, you see what they did to northern Nigeria. Have you not seen it? Of course you are living it. They deliberately destroyed your education in the name of religion. You accepted it because of it is the way of Allah, as they told you, Abi. Until it became too late. Today, they are your leaders who are supposed to invest more in that education, enough that could have created, an expanded, tolerant society where religion as it is today probably won't be as, what am I even telling myself? We are talking about religious fanaticism that is killing and destroying what could have been a greater development in northern Nigeria. And who are those investing in that? Your politicians, past and present, military or civilian. That's what they have been. Obasanjo came, he started building things. He built the Niger dock where Nigeria was able to build a ship, where Nigeria was building their own ship at the time. Who were those who destroyed all of them? And for how many years did it take them? When Obasanjo came back again, what did you have? Absolute nada, nothing. Today, Boko Haram came, wrecked everything as well. All right? Ran you aground into the indebtedness from northern Nigeria. Do you get that now? So, why they were doing all of this? The VAT taxes generated from southern Nigeria are being shared with the rest of 36 states of Nigeria, right? The revenue generated from the resources from southern Nigeria are being sold and the money being shared among the 36 states of the entire country. So, if all of you are investing your time, energy today, I will probably understand why, because you are Southerners who believe that you have indeed invested so much in this Nigeria for you to come to that reality that despite all of that, it is not working. And it is not completely your fault. Yeah? That reality is what I believe many of you will come to soon. Maybe some of you do know that because as some have told me, they said, Mayegun, we are just giving it a last shot. I say, sharp shooter, or last shooter about Nigeria. There is no solution that you want to prefer. There is no idea that is running through your head right now. There's nothing that you think you could probably change. They asked Peter Obi, what will you do about restructuring in Nigeria? He is not dumb. He's not daft. He knows restructuring Nigeria is a technical way of breaking up Nigeria and northern Nigeria. If they can't kill him, they will run him out of town if he attempts that. Apart from staging a physical, serious war that you will witness in your National Assembly and everywhere. And that is when you realize that what you are trying to avoid, you eventually could probably have it in a very, very bloody way, even if you think Obi could do anything. Now, look at me. Is the only person who seemed to kind of, intelligently play around that question. What would you do about restructuring Nigeria? And he said, well, restructuring Nigeria is a big and serious thing. But if it is what the people want, there are processes, which is true for political talk, Sure, you get me now, right? He said there are processes, right? And these processes include that the National Assembly, right, should first amend the Constitution. And he said, but you see, before we go through all of, even if we have to go through all of that processes, right? According to he said, while going through all of that processes, right, he personally believe, political talk, that if Nigeria cut down corruption, right, and invest more money into the vital sectors of the economy, including in production, as he said, consumption to production. So I'm not trying to root for him, because if I continue to speak now, it might look like I'm actually like a spokesperson. But again, just to make you understand what he said, he had no clear answer on restructuring Nigeria. He had none. To him, he believed that if they cut corruption and there is availability of resources that could go around enough to be invested in critical sector like power. He said, investing in power, investing in education, investing more in security, I don't know what that means, but investing more in security, that all of this could bring about rapid change of heart in many of us who are currently holding our dagger right now, waiting for us to slice Nigeria, slice ourselves out of Nigeria, because we don't want to end. We don't want to die young like Agbalumo. Sure, you get? Obi believed that if people are invested in and people are able to have more to do, the economy is improving, jobs are being created, right? Local government areas are empowered, which means devolution of more powers, which was what APC, Egbekegbe, promised 8 years ago. Devolution of power, they didn't do it. Giving Lagos State special status, they didn't do it. Now, maybe that's going to be included in what Kolu is going to promise you. But according to Obi, he said, once you devolve more power, devolving power, you know what that means, right? For example, it simply means for example, let's say state security now, where we are facing serious insecurity problems, right? Especially in the southern Nigeria, okay? Communities, as you have, vigilantes and all that, they won't be vigilantes. Or you may even see vigilantes, but you have the capacity to recruit your own local policemen. You'll be able to harm them to your own, approve their weapons and all of that. You'll be able to have your police, your police DPO, your police officer, all of them, they will be mostly people from the neighborhood. Something like neighborhood watch. You know neighborhood watch in Yoruba land, something like that, but a little bit more upgraded. A devolved power will allow that. Local government areas could control their own resources without having to rely on on and on like that, like devolution. Devolution there means like more resources in the hands and closer to the people. So, which Obi believe that will cut down agitation, right? Okay, let's first recover before we break up. You know what that stuff? That's what he believed, though. What people told him is trying, right, to always say the right things, because the reality of Nigeria doesn't represent whatever Obi is saying. It doesn't represent whatever Atiku is saying. It doesn't represent whatever Tinubu is saying. The reality of Nigeria is that if you want peace and if you want amicable respect among the people, listen to me, you need to let everybody go their separate way as soon as possible. Whatever you do from now, you are just kicking the can down the road. You will meet it there, because the reality of Nigeria today is that people are divided. Yes, poverty has contributed a lot to most of the anger you are seeing today, Abi. Injustice here and there and all of that, Abi. But as it is today, people are more divided. And with APC, Egbekegbe's failure, the hypocrisy that people used to hide, the pretense that people used to have, they no longer hide them anymore. Even your politicians can no longer even hide the truth anymore. They are saying it that this is so unbelievable, thanks to APC, Egbekegbe. So if anybody is saying anything right now, they are just saying the nice things that make you feel better. Because to you, Nigerians are tired. Seriously, Nigerians are tired. They've taken everything. They have given up everything. Liberty, freedom, free speech. The only thing left for many people right now is your life, this life. The only thing they never take from you. They have taken almost everything from many people. So when people say the right thing you want to hear, the bandwagon effect. Of course, you would like to give them the last shot. Let me give Nigeria the last shot. The truth of the matter is that whether it is your last shot, whether it's your second to the last shot, whether it's going to be your borrowed shot, if you are shooting that shot on the promises of politicians telling you that they could make Nigeria this